Okay, good day, guys. So, welcome to Learning with Pro. And what we'll be treating today is who is a forex broker? Who is a forex broker? We'll be talking about leverages and we'll be talking about margins, lot size. Okay, starting on who is a forex broker? The forex broker is a financial service company that provides traders access to a platform for buying and selling foreign currency. Okay, so from the word broker, you know that the word broker serves as middleman in a trade, in everything, maybe in real estate. That way, I've read real estate brokers. They serve as middleman. It's not necessarily the owner of the product or the one in charge of the product, but it serves as a medium as which you access to the real product. So for you to access the forex market, you must be with a broker, because the broker that will provide you leverages, the broker that will provide you with leverages because of the amount. Because to enter into the forex market, you must have a large amount of money, before you can enter into the forex market. So the work of a broker is to provide you, is to borrow you money. That's true leverages. Is to borrow you money to enter into the forex market. That's the work of a broker. Now, forex in short stands for foreign exchange. Transactions in foreign market are always between a pair or two different currencies. We have talked about this during the currency pairs. Now, how brokers make money. In return for executing buy or sell orders, the forex broker will charge a commission per trade or a spread. That is how forex brokers make their money. A spread is the difference between the bid price and the ask price for the trade. The bid price is the price you will receive for selling a currency, while the ask price is the price you will have to pay for buying a currency. So brokers make their money through spread, and spread is different between bid and ask price. If you want a better explanation for that, you can go back to the previous video where I've explained about bid and ask price. Leverage. Now, leverage, as I've said earlier, is the use of borrowed money or capital to invest in a currency, stock, or security. The concept of leverage is very common in forex exchange. By borrowing money from a broker, investor can trade larger positions in a currency. As a result, leverage magnifies the return from favorable movement in a currency exchange rate. However, leverage is a double-edged sword, meaning it can also magnify losses. It is important that forex traders learn how to manage leverage and employ risk management strategy to mitigate forex losses. As I've explained it earlier on about the leverage, moving on to the leverage issue. The leverage issue shows how much the trade size is magnified as a result of the margin held by the broker. Using the initial margin, the leverage issue for the trade will be equal 100:1. That is $100,000 ratio $1,000. In other words, for a 100,000 deposit, an investor can trade 100,000 in. For a 1,000 deposit, an investor can trade 100,000 in a particular currency pair. You have to understand that about the leverage ratio, because if you want to open an account, a real account, they will ask you what is the leverage ratio you want to use. You want to use 100:1 or 50:1. What this means is that the right hand side number, which is the 100 or the 50, or some are even 1:10, or some are even 1,000:1. What it means that is the amount of money your broker will be borrowing you for the trade. Your broker will be borrowing you for the trade. For now, let's say you are putting 25,000. You have $25,000. You have $25,000. And you are using the leverage issue of 100:1. What it means that it will be 100 times 25,000. 100 times 25,000. That's the money that you will be trading in the forex market. But in your platform, you may still be seeing your 25,000, because it's your 25,000 you'll be using. But the amount of money position that will be open for you in the forex market original will be That will be 25,000 times 100,000. That will be like 2.5 million, something like that. Everyone 2.5 million. You can see it will be like 2.5 million. That will be the position will be open in the forex market. So your profit will be making. That's why your profit will be much, depending on your leverage ratio. And this leverage ratio, if you notice in the earlier on, it said that it is important for the forex traders to learn how to manage leverage and employ risk management strategies, because this you must be very very careful when putting your leverage issue, because it can make your money go up higher fast and can make your money go up lower fast. So you have to understand the concept of this leverage issue. It's very very important, and your broker will surely ask you if you want to open a real account, what is your leverage issue. Your leverage issue to surely ask you. Moving on. Margin. What is a margin? When trading forex, you are only required to put up a small amount of capital to open and maintain a new position and keep it open. This capital is known as margin. Margin is your capital. For example, if you want to buy $100,000 worth of USD JPY, you don't need to put up the full amount. You only need to put up a portion like $3,000. The actual amount depends on your broker and your CFD provider. So this is also working with the leverages. Margin can be thought of as a good faith deposit or collateral that is needed to open a position. It is a good faith assurance that you can afford to hold the trade until it is closed. You can see margin make you to be assured that you can hold the trade. You can hold the trade until it's closed, because there is a portion of your money that will be reserved. Now, margin is not a fee or transaction cost. Another note, margin is simply a portion of your fund that your forex broker set aside from your account balance to keep your trade open and to ensure that you cover the potential loss of the trade in case you go in the other way. The portion is not used or locked up for the duration of the specific trade. Once the trade is closed, the margin is free or released back into your account and can be reusable again to open new trade. You can see that is the definition of margin. It's just your capital that is being locked up. It's being locked up when you are doing transaction. Maybe you are doing transaction when you are in a trade. So your margin will be locked up until when you are through with the trade. That's when it will be released. That's the essence of margin. Moving on, what is margin requirement? Margin is expressed as percentage of the full position size, also known as notional value of the position you wish to open. Depending on the currency pair and forex broker, the amount of margin required to open a position varies. You may see margin requirements such as 0.25%, 0.5%, 1%, 2%, 5%, 10% or higher. This percentage is known as margin requirements. The amount of margin required to open a position varies due to the kind of currency pair. Maybe it's a major currency pair or a minor currency, or the forex broker. Maybe SNES, we have SNES, we have hot fund, we have Delph, we have many. There are more than thousands of brokers available. So you have to understand your broker first before you open a real account with them. You are meant to understand your broker first before you open a real account with them. You understand? Now, what is required margin? See the same thing. When margin is expressed as a specific amount of account currency, this amount is known as required margin. When a margin is being expressed as a specific amount of your account currency, the amount is known as the required margin for the position. This position you open will have its own required margin amount that will be needed to the lockup. Required margin is also known as deposit margin, entry margin, or initial margin. For instance, let us look at a typical Euros USD, that is Euros against US dollar trade. To buy or sell the 100,000 of Euro USD without leverage, we require the trader to put up $100,000 in account fund. the full value of position, but with a margin requirement of 2% only. $2,000 bracket, the required margin for the position will be required to open and maintain that 100,000 USD position. You can see, if you are using a margin requirement of 2% only, that means you are using 2% of your account, and 2% of 100,000 is $2,000. And you can see that it's only $2,000 you're using out of your account to open that margin position. The margin position of USD, you want to open a margin position of USD of 100,000. But for you to open that, you only need 2% of your account, which is the margin requirement. That you are only using $2,000 to open a margin position of $100,000. Another example again. Let us say you deposit 100,000 in your account and you wish to go long USD JPY. I want to open a 1 mini lot size. 1 mini lot size means 1,000 unit position. 1 mini lot means 1,000 unit position. I think I will explain more of that more when we get to lot sizes. After this, we'll treat lot sizes. So we understand 1 mini lot size. We understand the standard lot size. We understand the mini lot size. We understand the micro lot size, and we understand the nano lot size. Now, how much margin will be needed to open this position? Since USD is a base currency, you remember the left hand side is the base currency and the right hand side is the quote currency. This mini lot is $10,000, which means the position notion value is $10,000. Assuming your trading account is dominated in USD. Since the mini margin requirement is 4%, the required margin will be $400. That means $400, 4% of your account. The margin requirement is 4%, so the required margin will be $400. That is one lot size times 100,000 equals to 100,000 units. If it's 2 mini lot size, that's 0.2. 2 mini lot size is the same thing as 0.2. That's times 100,000 is equals to 20,000 units. So your lot size determine your margin. Your lot size determine your margin. So moving on to lot size. What is a lot in forex? Forex is commonly traded in specific amounts called lots, or basically the number of currency units you will buy or sell. A lot is a unit measuring international amounts. When you place order on your trading platform, orders are placed in size quoted in a lot. You have to understand that your orders are being placed in size quoted in lot. It is like an egg carton bracket or egg plus in British English. When you buy egg, you usually buy a carton. That is a box. One carton includes 12 eggs. So now, this one carton represents your order. So this one carton represents your loss, and this 12 egg is your real order. But this one carton represents your lot. That is in forex. The one carton represents your lot size, and the 12, your 12 is your real order. So your amount, the amount of money you want to trade, maybe you want to trade 100,000 units of your money. If it's 100,000 units of your money, that means you are using one standard lot size. But if it's 10,000 units of your money, you are using a 1 mini lot size. That's what they explain. That's what brought about the previous example. If it's 1 mini lot size, you'll be using 10,000. 1 mini lot size represents 10,000 units. Now the standard lot size for a lot is 100,000 units of currency, and now there are also mini, micro, and nano lot size. That is 10,000, 1,000, and 100 units. So this is a tabular form explaining of the lot size. For standard is 1, and 1 represents 100,000 units. That means you are trading 100,000 units of your money. And if it's mini is 0.1. That means you are trading 10,000 units of the money. If it's micro, yeah, that is 0.01. That means you're trading 1000 units. And if it's nano, that's 0.001. That means you'll be trading 100 units. 100 units of the money. That's the position you open in. 100 units of the money. 100 units of the money. That's the position you'll be opening. That's the position you'll be opening. That's what it means here. We are using one lot size. One lot size is the same thing as 100,000 units. That's equals to 100,000. And 2 million lot size is the same thing as 0.2. That's why it's 0.2 times 100,000. 0.2 times 100,000 will give you 20,000. You can see the difference. If it's one lot size is standard. Why 0.2 is mini? Why 0.02 is micro? Why 0.002 is nano? Understand? Their interests of return are different. Standard is the most highest lot size, and is the most highest lot size, followed by mini, followed by micro, and followed by nano. So thank you guys for joining today's class. Next week we'll continue more. Peace.